When South Park returns, Meghan Markle is squarely in their sights. It appears that Trey Parker and Matt Stone couldn't help but turn the backlash into parody gold after the commotion surrounding her most recent viral video. This isn't your typical South Park skit, though. According to reports, this will be included in a full-length DEI special, and the specifics are already making waves in the entertainment industry. Paramount is silently nodding along in the background while Meghan's camp is incensed about South Park doubling down. So this is what's happened. A highly contentious pregnancy video that Meghan recently shared on social media began on Instagram and quickly gained widespread attention. However, the reaction was overwhelmingly negative rather than supportive or admiring. The reports, major studios that had previously worked with her, including A24 and even Paramount, began to distance themselves from any ongoing or planned partnerships. Hey, did you know that the place is cold? It has to be an American phenomenon. No, it's not. In essence, her already precarious position in Hollywood was set off in motion by that one video. However, what really stoked the flames was what happened after South Park, which is never one to hold back, created a brand new parody segment titled Respect Our Pregnancy, which is, yes, a direct reference to the now famous Respect Our Privacy segment they had previously aired. Meghan and Harry were already in a meltdown after that skit, and it looks like this follow-up is meant to pierce even deeper. With a stuffed pillow beneath her gown, Meghan, who is obviously pregnant and animated in the South Park style, is seen twerking and dancing for the camera in the news segment, which takes place inside a hospital. That's not quite the picture the Duchess probably had in mind, but it goes beyond that. The structure of the skit is the true twist. It's really making me go crazy. I can't avoid them, even though I'm tired of hearing about them. They're all over my face. We simply don't give a damn about some stupid prince and his stupid wife, Kyle. It's not merely a haphazard parody. There is a thorough setup behind the scenes. The South Park characters, such as Cartman, Kenny, Stan, and Kyle, are portraying the camera crew that is recording Meghan's video. Cartman takes over as the over-the-top director, giving orders and directing Meghan's absurd dance sequences in multiple takes. Furthermore, he is more than just Cartman. He is playing Cartman Kennedy, a parody of Kathleen Kennedy from the previous Pandera special in a deft crossover from a previous South Park special. This indicates that the creators are weaving together their disparate parodies into a sort of miniature satirical universe. The new act's focal point is Meghan's most recent video. The fact that Meghan is said to be aware of it only makes this situation more bizarre. Insiders claim that she tried to stop the DEI special as soon as she learned about it from contacts at Paramount. She allegedly called on Paramount and South Park Studios to halt the creation of the skit by issuing demands, warnings, and possibly even legal threats. It's the thing though, Matt and Trey don't give up easily. They've attacked politicians, businesses, faiths, and more. They're not alarmed by celebrities having tantrums behind the scenes, and Meghan has little legal recourse to exacerbate the situation. South Park has spent decades walking straight up to the line and daring people to cross it, as parody is protected under fair use in the US. They know exactly how far they can go, because they have won court battles in the past. This is not an unintentional jab. The production has already started, and every second has been storyboarded. Meghan's fury may garner media attention, but the broadcast will go on. Furthermore, let's face it, South Park thrives on this type of chaotic. They have more energy to continue when Meghan makes more noise, and the internet is about to blow up once more because the DEI special is supposedly set to air as early as August. For this one, Paramount is leaning in rather than merely watching from the sidelines. Executives apparently saw a chance to relive some of the South Park magic that went viral during the Privacy Tour episode after the viral mess that Meghan created. Furthermore, the timing couldn't be more ideal as season 27 approaches. According to sources, the DEI special is already developing into one of the most brutally satirical works and is being handled as a flagship project ever done by Trey and Matt. Although it will only make up a portion of the special, the Respect Our Pregnancy bit is already making the most noise. Meghan is performing extremely dramatic dance moves in a hospital gown while holding her fake baby bump as if it were a prop in a scene that is still in the early storyboard stage. The parody exaggerates everything as is typical of South Park. Throughout the twerk, the lighting crew continuously modifies the spotlights. Cartman Kennedy is yelling about capturing unadulterated feminist emotion, while Kyle is a boom operator who has no idea what he's doing. Chaos reigns. It is incisive, and after it airs, it will be widely distributed. Meghan's efforts to shut everything down, meanwhile, are becoming a show in and of themselves. Allegedly, legal letters have been written, repeated pings have been made to contacts at Paramount, and according to insiders, her team is doing everything they can to get the segment pulled. However, Paramount isn't changing their mind because they know how well the Privacy Tour went the last time. They are actually increasing their marketing efforts. As early as July, there are already rumors that a brief animated promo will be released to tease the DEI special. Although South Park has pushed people to the edge before, Meghan's response is said to have been especially strong. Entertainment reporters claim that she has been accusing Trey and Matt of publicly demeaning a pregnant woman and calling the skit a targeted attack on motherhood. Her team is upset that the scene features multiple takes of her performance, implying that even the intimacy of a pregnancy reveal was scripted and directed, despite the parody's focus on the idea that the video was staged with a pillow. What struck me as particularly unsettling about South Park was that implication. That's the main idea. They don't care about ridicule in and of itself. They are analyzing the public image narrative. According to their perspective, Meghan is someone who desperately seeks attention but is unable to deal with the fallout when it goes south. Additionally, she feeds the machine rather than quietly leaving. Every tirade, caution, and irate message to executives turns into more fodder. Paramount is also getting ready for criticism on the inside, in case it spills over. Although the studio doesn't think Meghan's legal team will do anything, a discreet PR contingency is in place. They have studied the case law, the parody framework, and the script. There are boundaries for the creators. Meghan is able to yell. Despite her threats, she has never been able to stop South Park. Not for religious organizations, not for politicians, and most definitely not for celebrities who have a social media breakdown. The fact that fans are already talking about Cartman Kennedy's comeback is intriguing. The purpose of that character was to mock a Lucasfilm executive. Following the Pandora special, Kathleen Kennedy became a meme. The entire segment becomes more significant when that same satirical portrayal of Cartman is combined with a Hollywood parody of Meghan Markle, a critique of the studio systems that support celebrity culture as well as the culture itself. South Park isn't merely making fun of Meghan, the machine behind her is also being made fun of. According to reports, there is a lot more than Meghan content in the DEI special. Trey and Matt have made the decision to make the entire episode a satire of the culture of online clout, corporate diversity, and celebrity rebranding, combined into one crazy hour. Even though Meghan may be the main character in one sketch, other well-known faces are also being included in the chaos. Rumor has it that the special will make fun of Diddy as well. Characters who are preoccupied with upholding their public virtue rating include Elon Musk and even some Netflix executives. It's ridiculous. Fans of South Park thrive on its brutality. Particularly in the Meghan part, things get even more crazy when a fictitious producer character, who obviously looks like Prince Harry, begins commenting on the footage. Cartman Kennedy's hospital shoot completely goes awry. He mutters, "It doesn't feel authentic enough," while sporting a beanie and a smoothie. Is it possible to incorporate some lighting that exudes empowerment? Satiride permeates every aspect of it, dragging not only Mean but also the entire influencer industry, which attempts to stage emotional moments for online acclaim. Going on to reports, the South Park kids stage a viral montage as the episode comes to a close. They combine dramatic music outtakes and behind-the-scenes bloopers to create a phony pregnancy reveal trailer that included hashtags like unfiltered empowerment and royal realness. Nothing about it was real, which is the joke. People enjoyed it despite the fact that everything was staged, including the belly bump, the tears, and the music swell. Matt and Trey have never concealed their views on curated public personas or performative activism, and those who have seen early drafts say that this special feels like their most direct attack on the culture of image over substance to date. They are analyzing what Meghan stands for rather than merely making fun of her as a person. the need to pretend to ignore attention while maintaining complete control over every pixel of one's story. Insiders say that after the special airs something more public, Meghan is considering a formal response as her next course of action. An interview or possible opinion piece in which she would be honest about how women are portrayed in the media. However, there is a danger it might get worse if you go public. Responses are the lifeblood of South Park. Punchlines are created from pushback. Though letting it go has never really been Meghan's style, her team is aware of this, and some are allegedly telling her to do so completely. Reactions are already divided among fans. The return of South Park to this degree of unvarnished, unreserved commentary excites some people. Some are accusing it of being mean-spirited, particularly in light of the pregnancy angle. However, the impact of the show is only increased by that division. It has always been about pointing out the cultural circus and laughing at how absurd it has gotten, not about winning over everyone. Additionally, Meghan and Harry's South Park are stepping up the realism as the animation is allegedly moving away from the traditional Canadian style. They want the characters to truly look like the real people this time. There will be fully animated recreations instead of bouncing heads and flapping mouths, which animators claim are far too close for comfort. You can tell how serious they are about making this hit harder than the last just by looking at that choice. The D8 special is expected to drop in late August or early fall, depending on final edits and episode sequencing. One thing is certain though, regardless of when it lands, Meghan's viral video didn't just backfire, it turned out to be just what South Park needed to mock a cultural moment that was already drenched in fake sincerity. The episode and the jeering will endure regardless of whether she responds with a clap or remains silent.